Hey everyone, Les here from BG Trading. How are you? Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks. Let's chat about a stock that has been declining over 50% in the last 5 months, but its fundamentals are far better than back in 2021 when the stock was trading above $1. BUBS Australia currently trading at 37 cents. ASX code is BUB. Let's have a look. Just want to remind you, this isn't finance advice. It's just us from BG Trading sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy in, when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, how we avoid FOMO, and much more all in this channel. If you like, please share this video with someone that you believe will be interested. Also, subscribe to the channel, obviously. Hit the like button and become a member of our free Facebook community, Buy Growth, Sell Strategy for Share Traders. A lot of content related to stock analysis, entry opportunities, and much more. All free of charge. So become a member and have fun with us. Now, let's understand what's happening with the macroeconomics for BUBS Australia, for the sector itself. Also, a little bit about the fundamentals of the company. And lastly, we're going to jump into the technical analysis, technical side of the stock. Okay. Now, macroeconomics. There was a short supply of infant formula in the US. So back in May, BUBS Australia was got a license to start trading in the US and has been growing its trading market ever since. A lot of analysts saying that this is a very competitive market in the US, but we believe that when there is a lot of competition, there's also the fact that US is the biggest market in the world. So it's kind of have business for everyone, no? Like if you are in a competitive market, but it's a massive market, you still can make a lot of money. So analyzing individually, this company individually, you can see the results throughout the first quarter of 2023 and also the results of growing in other markets in FY22, which we're going to jump shortly, right? Now, let's see what's happening with the fundamentals of BUBS Australia. So this is an analysis that we put together for BUBS Australia. So if you don't know what the company does, basically it's a producer of baby formula, Australian producer, and currently has presence in three key growth markets: Australia, China, and obviously in the US, just recently. The company is still waiting for the permanent FDA approval, but has been temporarily authorized to trade in the US. And it's very likely we'll get the approval. Okay. Now, company BUBS has expanded its operation in the US via Walmart and several other distributor channels. In presence with 6,000 stores across the US. So, like if you have a product you really want to sell in the US, despite it's a competitive market, this is the footprint of BUBS Australia in the US. It's going pretty well, actually. And we could see that flowing through the results. So FY22 revenue was way better than FY21. Obviously, FY21 was impacted by COVID. We all know about it. But what I wanted to show you is the comparison with FY2020. So this was a disruptive year for BUBS Australia and many other companies. This is a disruptive year. But if you get rid of this and put FY22 next to FY20, look at the difference. So FY20 revenue was $54 million. Now it's $89 million. The loss still a little bit bigger, but the company has been investing in expanding. That's right. But you see, it's still a really good proportion and it's still in line with sort of the sustainable growth prospect that we're looking at. Obviously, this was a problem, but the key thing for for BUBS Australia in FY22 is the positive underlying adjusted EBITDA of $4.8 million. So it's great when you have a positive EBITDA. Obviously, it's adjusted EBITDA, but that's what matters for us in this case. So gross revenue of the whole business in FY22, 123% increase from FY21. But again, like remember FY22, 21 was a disruptive year. So it looks better than actually is, but the growth is in line to what the company was doing before. That's what I wanted to show you. Very important to understand that. Don't look at side by side with Y21. Got to look before. Okay. And then now this proves that BUBS is back on track to what was delivered through the first before FY 2020. So very important to understand that. And now, why I'm highlighting this? Because in FY 2020, before COVID, the stock was trading above $1, like even reached $1.50 some stage. And obviously, massive swings to the upside and to the downside, like any growth stock. But we saw some relative strength on above $1, which is good, you know. Now, from the growth perspective, so from FY21 to FY22, we have 73% increase in distributors, obviously increasing marketing costs as well, employing costs, natural, but increase the revenue massively, which is exactly what we wanted to see. With really improved EBITDA, great for growth stock, especially in this very nasty high interest rate environment. Okay. Now, a company, again, like has been increasing in China as well, which is one of the major markets for these guys. Let me just see if I can find Chinese numbers here. Here you go. Look, 166% increase from FY21 to FY22, China. But remember, I just said that FY21 was impacted not just for COVID, but also impacted by some degraded relationship between Australian and Chinese government as consequence of COVID. Liberal government had some problems with that. But then, if we compare to FY20, so we're still a lot higher. Not 160%, but I would say at least a nice 90% above what was in FY20, which is exactly what we want to see. Remember, this was a disruptive year. If there wasn't COVID, I'm pretty sure we would be around here. Okay, so that's good. Now, this is the big thing. In September, the FDA will issue further guidance on how this company could meet FDA requirements. So it's very likely that BUBS Australia will receive a full permit for permanent trading in US. That's exactly what we wanted to see. That's obviously has already impacted the share price in the timing. As you can see here, this was a massive rally, 141% back in May, when has gained its temporary access to US market. But we're going to have a permanent permit some stage later in a year. So from fundamental aspect, I'm very confident about BUBS Australia. If I want to put the money in a certain stock, is in a company that is generating some sustainable growth. And now, look, a lot of analysts say that this is a very tough environment, blah, blah, blah. It is tough everywhere. It's tough any segment in the market, you know. But this is the truth about BUBS Australia, okay? Far better company at the moment than a lot of lithium stocks. I can tell you that. Part of consumer staples as well, it is a big plus because even if the world enter into recession, people are still going to be buying essential products like milk for kids, you know. Yeah, so give a good prospect despite recession, even if a recession goes really badly. I think that's my opinion on this. So please share your opinion. Tell us what you think about BUBs, about the sector, about anything. Just share there. We'll be answering those comments for sure. Now let's go and see what's happening on the technical aspect. First of all, what I want to see is put all the indicators on a chart. So we have all the indicators here. Fibonacci, moving averages, support and resistance levels, hypothetical support and resistance levels. And also I'm adding RVI here, which is sort of shows the momentum of the stock. Okay, over the long term, you can see that it's a positive momentum, which is good. But the short price, the stock price now. Remember when I said about 2020 when the stock was trading about $1.20, $1, even $1.50 some stage? Here you go. That's 2019. Okay, and you saw the numbers. You saw how the company now is in far better position than it was back at that time. Now it's trading at 36.5 cents. That's massive. This is a really good opportunity, according to our strategy, for the reasons I just said. Now, let's have a look at the share price swings, okay? And remember, we're only interested on trading stocks. We're not talking about long-term investment on this. We're talking about trading stocks. It's a really good opportunity because every time it sort of touches this hypothetical support level here, which is the green level, the stock bounces back. And then when it bounces back, you can see like the type of bounce, like 67% in June 2021, and then 84% in October, and then we have a 141% in May, and now it's trading under the SMA 40 and the SMA 250. If you have done our course, you know exactly what that means. Which puts the stock at technically discounted price, not just for the short term, but also for the long-term trend. But with really good fundamentals, favorable fundamentals for growth. Okay, so so therefore, if enhances the fact that I believe this could be a double price in the next, at least in the next 6 months potentially. Yeah, all we need to do is just to double this. We need the stock to go just a little bit above 70 cents. That's it. But let's not be that greedy and aim for like 20-30%. I think it's very feasible here. And even if you look into the next bounce, the next rebound on the stock price. If the stock price reaches the SMA 250, just back to the average, which is not a hard thing to happen, then you're going to have a rally of 34%. So you can benefit for profiting 34% only by the fact the stock will bounce back to the SMA 250, to the long-term trend line, which sooner or later will happen. So so that's why we buy stocks at technically discounted price. We avoid FOMO areas, and we understand where are those levels. We understand exactly what the levels are, and then we benefit from trades with our VP members. So this is our view on BUBs Australia. Please let us know what you think. It is a boring stock. Yes, I know it takes a little bit longer than lithium stocks, but it's a great way to diversify portfolio in different sectors, especially in sectors that are not on investor radar at the moment. And that's where the value is, okay? The value is for the medium term, even for the short term, I would say. Okay, so we're looking value, sharing value opportunities here with you. Let us know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching till the end. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS 20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.